Good morning, friends. Welcome to our Godly Play classroom. Let's look over at our church calendar. Look at that. We are still in the season of celebrating Easter because it's such a wonderful and big mystery. The one who is the mystery of Easter was here on earth, and he gave his life so that we could all come closer to God. People followed him, but sometimes they were not sure who he was. And so one day they asked him, and Jesus said, "I am the light." And that light is with us as we get ready for our story today. I invite you to get ready with me. We'll get comfortable and relaxed and make sure that we can pay attention. And we'll take a couple of deep breaths together. Oh, that just feels really good, right? Sometimes you just got to stop and take a deep breath. Well, today's story is after Jesus ascended to be with God. And at this time, there were so many people that would travel to Jerusalem from other parts of the Roman Empire. And so Jerusalem was full of people that spoke different languages and had different cultures and different customs. And they would travel, and when they came to Jerusalem, they would visit the Holy Temple. Our story today is about a person who traveled a long distance to go and worship God in Jerusalem. This person was from the kingdom of Ethiopia, which is in northern Africa. And the Bible does not tell us their name. But here are some things that we know about this person. We know that they were the Secretary of Treasury for the Ethiopian queen, which means that they took care of all of the gold and the riches of the queen. They were very educated. They have a lot of responsibility and power. Now, the Ethiopian official could not have children or a family. And this person was called a eunuch. In fact, the eunuch's whole life was committed to their queen and their country. Well, they took the very, very long journey from their homeland of Ethiopia all the way to Jerusalem. And after they spent some time there to worship and learn about God, it was time for them to go home. And so they started that journey to go back home. Meanwhile, the angel of the Lord came to a man named Philip. Philip was one of Jesus' closest friends and disciples. And the angel told Philip to go down the desert road from Jerusalem. And so Philip did it. Philip started traveling down that road. And Philip saw the Ethiopian. What was the Ethiopian doing as he was traveling down the road? He was reading holy words from the prophet Isaiah. Now, Philip knew that God wanted him to speak to the Ethiopian. And so he ran up and said, "Hey, do you understand what you are reading?" The Ethiopian official replied, "Without someone to guide me, how can I understand?" Then they invited Philip to join them. So Philip, who was a Jew, and this Ethiopian official who was from Africa, read the scripture together. And the Ethiopian wanted to learn more and more. And so Philip told them all about Jesus, the good news of Jesus, and all about the new life that God gives us through Jesus. Well, just then, the Ethiopian saw some water. And the Ethiopian said, "Look, there's some water right there. Can I be baptized?" And so Philip, of course, said yes. Both Philip and the Ethiopian eunuch went down into the water. and the Ethiopian was baptized. And when they came up, all of a sudden, the Spirit of God snatched up Philip and took him away to another place. And Philip continued to tell people about God's love in the next place that he was in. Now the Ethiopian continued on their journey. They never saw Philip again, but their life had been changed from this experience. I wish I knew what happened to the Ethiopian next. I'm so fascinated by their life and their story. I wonder if they shared their experience with others around them. I wonder what they learned from reading the holy words of the prophet Isaiah. I think it's interesting that the Ethiopian needed some help understanding what they were reading. And I wonder if you ever feel that way. Have you ever read the holy words together with others, and that experience of reading together helped you to really come close to God? I wonder what your favorite part of this story is. And I wonder if there's some part of this story that is about us. Well, now it's time for us to change the light. The light is here in our Godly Play classroom, but this light is pretty amazing. It's not just here. And when I change the light and it fills up the space around me, know that the light of Jesus is inside of you, and you carry it with you wherever you go.